Hello everyone, this is Max. You are watching Equity Match online live pitch event. As always, today we have 4 great founders and 1 great investor guest coming from Dallas, Brazil, and all over Europe. Today, UK and Greece and Portugal, if I remember well. So I'm a bit sick, so if my voice today is not that great, I'm very sorry. I apologize now. And before starting, I would like to introduce you our investor guest. But before introducing our investor guest, please, everyone wants to come to pitch in our event, just email at pitch@equitymatch.com, and we are more than happy to welcome you here. We have been taking on stage more than 600 founders so far in less than 1 year and a half. And we want to have much more next year that we start the second week in January. If you want to raise any question to a founder, just write them and we bring immediately any things you want to ask straight to them. And also, we stream on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And I'm starting now. Introducing our investor guest, Dean Jones. How's it going, Dean?
Hey, I'm pretty good, Max. How are you, sir?
Well, good, my friend. Thank you so much for coming. You have been with us all December. I'm very happy. We are going to celebrate Christmas with you this year. Thank you so much for coming.
Doing some amazing things here, and I've been talking to you guys on the side, so I'm interested in some of the presentations that I've seen, and hopefully in the future I'll see some more great ones.
I'm completely sure today we see great ones as well. So I'm not going to take any more time from our founders. I'm going with our founder number 1, which is Konstantinos Kousouris. Unfortunately, Carlos cannot be here, but Konstantinos will do all the job for both of them. Konstantinos is co-founder of Blink Up, headquartered in London, UK, financial service, safe round. It's a pre-seed around 150k in pounds. How's it going, Konstantinos?
I'm great, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Please give an intro to yourself, go straight to pitch, and then we follow up. Today, I talk as less as I can because my throat is pretty much damaged. Thank you.
So, thank you for having me. How exactly do I present the slides? Yeah. So, hello, I am Konstantinos. I am co-founder of Blink Up, a recent business graduate of Cardiff University, and I want to talk to you about Blink today. But before we talk about what Blink is, let's see what is the problem that we are trying to solve. So one big problem is that banks lose their loyalty. This happens according to Deloitte because 3 out of 4 people believe that all banks offer more or less the same product and services. And the other major problem is the innovation of fintechs. Because fintechs have a lot of innovation, banks lose customers from there, and this is a big piece of the pie as they lose more than 40 billion per year in the US alone. On the other hand, we have university students that when they move from one city to another, they have to manage their money for the first time in their entire life. I guess everybody's been there, so everybody understands this problem, but it's a quite stressful situation. Lack of savings is a big problem, but the biggest of all is the stress of not having money in the end of the month. And according to research, this is not just in Greece or in the UK, but globally. But in the UK, more than 50% of students have so much stress about not having money at the end of the month that affects the grades, diet, and even their mental health. So that's why we created Blink, a white label budgeting app that helps banks to become more competitive against fintech by helping students solve their financial problems. We do this through our future-oriented budgeting that gives relief to students, and I will explain more details later. Our personal advisor powered by artificial intelligence that recommends to students what they need to manage their money in a better way, and through gamification to make all the experience more fun and to inspire and engage people, we have a lot of financial education in it. So the reason that our budgeting is different is because instead of just telling the user how much money they spend on the past, we tell them how much money they can spend on the present or future. This is a massive difference because knowing that I spent 100 euros in shopping the last month, it doesn't help me to take a decision today for my purchasing. But knowing how much I can afford today, by knowing that my limit is 120 euros, it helps me a lot. In general, we have seen a lot of testimonials naturally from people telling us that what we are building is really useful and nice for them, and they haven't found solutions for quite a few years. We had a lot of press coverage from different companies like CNN, Forbes, and a lot of big news in Greece because people are excited of what we are building. And the market we are in is basically banking software. We have seen that this is a big market that's 35 billion and is planning to grow much more. And the interesting part is that 89% of banks consider a partnership with fintech very important, when 3 years ago this was less than 50%. So there is a massive trend in these terms. Where are we right now? We have passed our embryonic stage of networking, of being in an incubator, customer interviews, mockups. We are about to launch our MVP in January, and we're planning to raise money to go to stage 3 and finish stage 3, which basically means to finish our product launch, have our first partnership with bank to offer the white label app to them as a software as a service, empower our AI direction, which is very important, and expand across Europe. It's worth mentioning that we have won one of the biggest competition in Greece by the National Bank of Greece. We got the 5th award. We were finalists from a competition of Santander in the UK, and we are listed in Forbes 30 under 30 in Greece for 2024. As a team, it's me, Konstantinos. I'm a business graduate from UK, and I have a marketing background. Carlos, who gives a lot of unique value to the app as he's doing his PhD in artificial intelligence, and he's been to many universities, University of Chicago in the UK, now in Finland, and gives a lot of strong value with artificial intelligence. And Dimitris, who are a full stack developer and helps Carlos to build the app. As I said, we are planning to raise 150K on a rolling basis. And with this money, what we want to achieve is to partner with the first bank, launch our product, and start getting traction to build the new services. So if you want to be part of the banking revolution, Blink is here to help you. Thank you.
Thank you, Konstantinos. Dean, all yours.
Sure. So what I'm looking at, you guys haven't built your MVP out yet. Is that correct?
We have built it recent now, and we are about to launch it on January.
Okay. So what cloud platform are you using right now for this particular solution?
AWS.
You're using AWS. Okay. And just curious as to why you use AWS as opposed to like Google or Azure.
Unfortunately, Carlos is not here with me today, and he's the CTO. He takes the decisions of the technologies that we use and why. So I'm not able to answer this question.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, when I look at like the banks that are representative here in the United States, like Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, right? I'll just name those three. What are you seeing currently in their tool set that you are able to differentiate? Because you would think that banks now today, if they've got anything, they've got access to your account. They give you visibility into how you spent your money. So now it's just about adding AI into what they've created to give you more insight into how you're spending. So, and they have billions of dollars in money versus, you're just starting out and you have zero. So help me understand how you intend to like remove what they've already built and then come into that market?
Yeah, so it's not about removing, it's building on top and build extra services and to help their users. And the reason that is we are a better option is because we are former students, recent former students ourselves, and we know exactly how to build a product for young people because our product targets young people, students. And when you're building a product for students, the best you can do is be built by students, not from someone 50 or 60 years old that have to guess and make research in details of how to firstly understand the market. We live in the market and we understand the users better.
That's primarily all I have for you. I would just caution you, understanding when you do these market analysis, right, is that you open and broaden that audience, right? Not just young, because you want to make sure you add women, all demographics in there. Most households have that female population in charge of the money. You want to understand how that money is being spent and give more visibility, because I see a lot of integration where AI can enhance a lot of the applications. I do online banking myself, right? I hardly ever physically go into a bank nowadays, everything that I do. But I would like to see some of the stuff that they've created, like with couponing for shopping, right? How they can integrate into Instacart and DoorDash and all these different Uber Eats and all of these different applications to make it easier for me since COVID, right? Because COVID changed the way that we operated, as far as in presence or virtual, right? So kind of revisit that, because I think there's a huge opportunity for banks that they have not jumped on, but they're the ones with the big budgets, right? They're the ones with the billions of dollars and trillions of dollars versus what you have, right? So it would be helpful to get that insight, and then you're saying, you want to add the value that you bring from being younger, but I would also challenge you that you want to bring the understanding of the market, right? Because that's what traditionally does not happen. Banks have so much regulation, they don't understand within the regulation what they can and cannot do for their customers.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We already had, by the way, a conversation with some NGOs for women and financial empowerment because we see a lot of also potential here. And something that I removed from my slides because of time was our vision that I didn't explain in details, which is basically in our AI system to integrate things around the lifestyle of people, young and older in later stage, as you said, like food or events. So the user can ask anything that is related about money to this bot. For example, I want to go out and spend $20 tonight. Where can I go? So be integrated with a system with events and explain to the user the options and food and shopping and everything else. This is the vision that we have.
No, I think you're on par with having a great vision. Just kind of keep that in mind, because you want whatever your differentiation is going to be to complement what they're going to see, right? And I think you're on the right track.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Konstantinos. Dean, I'm moving to a second founder, but don't go, Konstantinos, because we're all back soon. And thank you again for coming. And a fast recovery for Carlos. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm moving to a second founder, Helena Gillian, co-founder and CEO of Hybrid Healthy London Human Resource Service, seed around £1 million in pounds sterling. How's it going, Helena?
Good, thank you. Hi, Max. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. 30 seconds plus 5 minutes for you, and after then we come. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Helena. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Hybrid Healthy, as Max mentioned. I'm a proven operational leader with more than 5 years of experience in supporting delivery of multi-million private and public sector contracts. And I was a performance manager of hybrid working teams, and I'm truly passionate about technology solving the real-world problems. Hence, Hybrid Healthy came about. My co-founders and our core team are committed experts in workplace digital transformation, workplace best practice, and technology implementation, with a proven expertise in real estate industry, retail, government, and education. So today, 4 in 5 employees are working hybrid. Yet, only 28% of the companies have effectively adapted to a hybrid work model. And by 2025, an estimated 70% of the global workforce will be working remotely at least 5 days a month. There are multiple struggles we face in a hybrid work environment. Employees are often torn between office and home, making a cohesion and social connections within teams a real challenge. And companies are grappling with the high cost of this new hybrid work reality. I'm not sure, have you heard, but Facebook recently paid hefty 150 million to terminate their office lease in London due to ineffective adoption of a hybrid work model. And some companies are reporting up to 600 billion in losses each year due to high attrition rates as a result of poor adoption of a hybrid work model. Hybrid Healthy is our answer to these challenges. By using Hybrid Healthy, you increase the number of days that you're in sync with your team by 40%, and you reduce 100 empty office days a year. It maximizes collaboration, creativity, and productivity. And it's all inside Microsoft Teams, which currently has more than 300 million monthly active users. Imagine a world where your team effortlessly adapts to a hybrid work model and are empowered to learn, create, and innovate together. Apart from just transforming the way we work, we're also addressing digital inequality in a hybrid workplace, and we are truly committed to look after the S in ESG and ensuring that social well-being and inclusion are at the heart of everything that we do. So far, we've helped more than 200 teams globally increase their collaboration, creativity, and productivity in a hybrid workplace. Currently, we have around more than 1,400 monthly active users. We are growing at a 25% rate month on month. And it's worth saying that we've built this product for our users, with our users. So we only started generating revenue as of last month, but we are seeing this steadily growing, as well as our client base worldwide. Our business model is focused around two things: SaaS subscription and consultancy services, including advice, integration, or technology implementation, depending on the organizational needs. Our vision with Hybrid Healthy is to establish and own the global standard for a hybrid work model by 2026. Our journey so far, our founding team has invested so far just below £300,000 in this project, and we are currently seeking 1 million to maintain momentum and scale the business. For UK-based investors, we are SEIS eligible, and our funds are mainly going to be allocated most significant parts to growth and to enhancing our technical and AI capabilities to build more value-adding features to our customers and increase the retention as well as wallet share. We are Microsoft partners, and our model is also based on enterprises using their Access Azure credits to utilize our solution within Microsoft Teams. So today, I invite you to join more than 200 global teams using Hybrid Healthy and help us to shape the future of hybrid work. And that was too fast because I've got a minute left, but hey.
You got 1 minute more. You got 1 minute more with Dean, which will be very happy because he comes from Microsoft.
Ooh, good. Thank you.
So Helena, my first question is your relationship with Microsoft. I mean, with your your partner manager? What does that relationship look like today?
Thank you for that. So essentially, we started with Microsoft as a part of the Microsoft for Startups, and we have our success manager who is currently helping us leverage everything that Microsoft has to offer. Mainly that is leverage of Microsoft Marketplace, which owns quite significant portion of the digital workplace technologies currently globally. So we are engaged with them in different capacities, ranging from helping us publish our solution, engage with existing Microsoft customers who are obviously using Azure credits, and nurturing connections. So that's basically it. There are different phases in being partnered with Microsoft.
Oh, I understand them.
You probably know, yeah.
Yeah. So that brings up my next question. Perfect alley-oop to me. Okay. So co-selling, what does that motion look like today? And then my next question will be, is your solution in the MTC? Do you know what the MTC is?
That would be my second question, but please.
Okay, so the MTC, let me bring clarity. It's an opportunity for you as a partner to showcase your solution. The MTC stands for Microsoft Technology Centers. So imagine they have over 20, I believe 20 now, global technology centers where we would bring customers into those environments, and they could see a live working demo of your solution.
Great. I didn't know this, honestly, so I'm glad.
I know you didn't. You know, a lot of people don't know to ask these types of questions when they come inside of Microsoft. So here's an opportunity. That's why I wanted the understanding of that relationship that you have with your partner manager, because it's important that you work with your partner manager and make sure that you're having this discussion, because right now I can assume that you don't have a very large sales force, and it's not a global sales force, right? So the whole activity of sales is now to get you moving and generating revenue instead of having to borrow money and give up ownership of your company. So here's another opportunity for you to allow the co-selling motion to work effectively by partnering with Microsoft inside of its MTCs and do the co-selling, so you can get into these account teams, especially the strategic accounts, right?
Yeah.
The Walmarts of the world, those are large accounts. They use teams. Okay, the Pepsis of the world, they use teams. So here's the opportunity to get your sales going. That way you don't have to borrow so much money.
Yes, you're right. And obviously, we're hoping that will come sooner rather than later. Going back to your first question with co-sell, Microsoft co-sell. So they recently introduced something that they call, you might know as well, internal Microsoft Teams store. So they're giving a lot of attention to Microsoft Teams and such. And there's an internal marketplace for existing Microsoft account managers, where we are published as well. We recently submitted all the sort of resources, and now we're getting contacted by Microsoft account managers where existing Microsoft customers would like to engage with our solution.
And that's the perfect focus, because at the end of the day, remember, Microsoft account managers are trying to sell Teams to their customers, right? And sell more licenses and keep that going. So you're an enabler, right? Think of your technology as an enabler that creates that momentum so they can have an additional discussion with a customer. So you're perfect to go into an account and partner with. So congratulations on getting to that point.
Thank you. And the second question, MTC, I'm not sure if it was a question.
Well, it is, because what I'm looking for is that relationship with, this is another way to sell. Remember, Microsoft account teams will invite their customers into these technology centers to have greater discussions around technology and how they can optimize the cloud and other environments and solutions inside of the Microsoft framework, right? So
Yeah.
here's an opportunity to bring you in to show, hey, here's this great product that one of our partners has created that can enhance selling a team's license to a customer. So you provide an opportunity for them to take advantage of that. Plus, here's an opportunity for your product to get a free demo site on a major logo, which is Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft can pull you through on a great sales opportunity. So that's what you have to consider the MTC being. You know, most companies don't know that they can be in there, but you can.
Thank you, Dean. I appreciate it.
And then, of course, the coup de grace would be to be in the executive briefing center in Seattle, right? In Redmond. So you want to make sure that that's what the end goal is, to get you there so that you can have joint presentations with Microsoft when they bring in Heineken and Pepsi and Walmart and those guys into the executive briefing center. And that your product is there being demoed.
Yeah. I'm going to buy my tickets now. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Dean. Helena, before you leave, which are your company, the company you're targeting? What's the size of the companies you're working today?
That's a really good question, Max. And maybe something we are still looking, sort of exploring. So currently we have around 7% of our customer base, our enterprise with more than 5,000 employees and more than 1 billion annual recurring revenue. Around 60% are medium businesses, which is like basically between 500 to 5,000 employees. And the rest are small businesses or startups. We are anticipating, we have actually built this solution for enterprises just because they are utilizing Microsoft and they're owning the big chunk of digital workplace today. Yeah, but we have proven to bring benefit to medium businesses as well. But
thank you so much. Please go. Please finish.
No, I wanted to sort of mention, I guess, maybe further to something that Dean has already mentioned and on the previous pitch. Enterprises do have money. They've already invested in Microsoft Office 365, and we can help them enhance their Office 365 experience. On one hand, on the other hand, we can also encourage teams to start using Microsoft Teams to be able to access our solution.
We move ourselves as well to Microsoft next month, so
Keep in touch.
Time is right. Thank you so much, Helena. Thank you, Dean. Helena, you stay. We'll bring you back soon. Meanwhile, move to our next founder. Ines Santos, founder and CEO of Dental Vortex, based in Algarve, Portugal. Health tech dentistry, pre-seed around 300K in euros. How's it going, Ines?
Everything's okay. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Please,
Thank you so
if
much.
you want to give an introduction to yourself, 5 minutes, and then we follow up. Thank you.
Okay. So my name is Ines Santos. I'm the founder of Dental Vortex, and I'm also a Portuguese dentist with almost 20 years of experience who always saw technology as dentistry ally in my practice and projects. Daily, I spend half of my time as a doctor and the other half running Dental Vortex and helping my husband managing our clinic and the other companies he founded. So let's start it. Everyone wants the same when it comes to professional fulfillment. More money, recognition, evolution, knowledge, probably less stress. So imagine a world, a universe where you can have it all. Meet Dental Vortex, the only platform where dental professionals can promote and share their work and be rewarded for it through a scalable system of monetization based on our colleagues. Dental Vortex was founded at the end of 2021 and launched the MVP version after 1 year. Last year, we rebranded and started awareness. So dental reality is changing. In Portugal, for example, 32% of young dentists would change career by the current experience. More than half of them earn less than 1,000 euros per month, and almost half of them spend more than 25% of their income in dental education. So in conclusion, we have the decrease of the monthly income, a high cost of dental education, and also a difficulty to stand out as a great professional. So that leads us to less motivated and trained professionals and a decrease of the quality of the oral health care. To reverse it, we create a highly professionalized social network with a low-cost subscription where professionals can stand out for their work, can do networking, can learn with the know-how shared by their colleagues, and also can improve their income with our awards. So this is how it works. We communicate, dental professionals communicate by clinical case, by photos and videos. So in our platform, we have a wizard system and we upload the cases. And then at the end of the month, if the professional earn more than 50 votes, he starts earning money. If you have, for example, in our scale, 4,000 votes, he will earn 10,000 euros in 1 month. I think it's incredible. So we have an outsourcing team of technical development and marketing, some ambassadors from different countries. Our target market is our dental professionals, but we also see in dental brands a lot of potential, and we are already working on it. Our target market is Brazil for now. We see a lot of potential in Brazil. First, because it has the largest community of dentists. It represents 20% of our TAMs of 2 million. Also, dental medicine is the most profitable career in Brazil after medicine, and dental sector is very stable and is very promising in Brazil. Why we will succeed? We have a high profit margin of 86%. We have a low investment in structural resources. It's very easy for us to scale around the world inside our business model and to another niche. And we have a good target market, and we are working in health sector. That is a good sector to work on. We don't have direct competitors. We are the first with this business model, but we do have a lot of e-learning competition. We are seeking for 300Ks. We don't have traction for now. We had 1 year in the market, and we invest a few in marketing and paid media. So our goal for now is create traction, network effect, a freemium version to create our community, and an app. So the first 100Ks are to enlarge our team and create network effect. The other 100 to marketing and social media, to a podcast, a lot of things, paid media, and helping and support ambassadors. And the other 100 for technical development, for the freemium version, for creating new tools for our highly professionalized social network, like an online library and courses church and so on, a lot of things. And this is it. So the universe has no limits, neither do we. Thank you.
Thank you, Ines. Dean.
Thank you so much.
So Ines, I'm looking at your presentation. Well done, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm looking at this from a different pair of lens because during COVID, a team of students pitched me on assisting them because in telemedicine, especially in dental medicine, there was not a very good optimal way of doing a dental exam during COVID because the apps or the technology doesn't exist to allow a dentist to get the full inside of your mouth to see how they're going to be able to, formulate a treatment plan for a patient. I thought that would have probably been more of something that you would try to tackle versus just building a social site. If I'm an investor, I look for places where I'm trying to solve something that really needs to be solved. And when I look at yours, even though, yes, I need more information, I need more education, but when I actually look at dentists from this perspective, they're the ones with the doctors and dentists have the least amount of time to learn. And the only time when they formulate learning plans is when they need to get recertified or board certified. So walk me through what your thinking was when you decided this is the direction you wanted to go.
Yeah, it's a good question. Thank you so much. So first of all, we are starting to have a lot of competition in that sector that you told us now, that is more connected to the patient, to see the mouth, to create an appointment, an online appointment, right? So we have a lot of it on aligners, so like orthodontic treatment to get all the teeth aligned. And in Web Summit, we had like three companies of it, different types, but they are appearing now. What we are trying to create here is very different, because we are not our target is not the patient, is ourselves. And you told something that is very correct, that we don't have time to learn. And this is us, and this is almost everyone for now. And what we are doing, we are merging the e-learning system. When most of the time you buy a course online, and sometimes you don't finish it. You don't have time for it, right? So what we are trying to do here, but you always have time to go to Facebook, to Instagram, and to LinkedIn, and so on. So what we are trying to do here is to merge the two things and create something very different, where when you go there, you just go to learn, to do network with your peers, just to learn. And also, you don't spend time with things that distract you when you are doing social network. And since there you just put like the tips and the tricks, more like your know-how, not just like a course that there are always a lot of information that you don't use it. Here it's for a colleague to a colleague, like you're in a coffee and you're talking about what you have done in your practice today and the problems you need to solve it. So it's a real direct thing, and the probability that you are going to learn this way, it's biggest. The other thing, and that's why we are talking about a highly professionalized social network, is that our goal is to create inside all the dental universe. So we want to have a place for articles, a place for online library, so you can buy also courses if you want to. Everything you need inside your professional field is inside. And our goal in the future, not now because I'm a dentist, and for now I see all about the dentistry and I want to get this really bigger and solid. But we believe that this can be a model for another sectors of another professional sectors. So you can build this, like you have LinkedIn for everyone, you can build this for another job. So we really believe this. But for now we are starting. We aim to create confidence from our community. That's the thing that is more difficult now, because we are talking about money, and we need to get the trust for our community. And that's why we think that we need to work with ambassadors to humanize the brand and for them to see that we are, they can trust us. Okay.
Okay. So have you established partnerships with like the life science companies, the dental equipment companies, and the insurance companies who actually pay for all this greatness, right? Have you established any partnerships where they can provide content for you?
Yeah, for now we don't have it, but for now our next goal is to work directly with brands. In our freemium version that we want to create the next month, we have the paid one that has all the tools, and the freemium that is supported by the advertising of that brands. That brands see here a niche community. So it's just dentists. If you have a brand of dentistry, it's very nice to invest here, because everyone that you are going to target, it's a win. So for now, we are thinking about brands, but if we develop the other fields that we are thinking about the next year, we'll probably have some connections and some relations with other types of companies and brands.
Well, and the reason I mention that, right, because you're looking for revenue streams to come into your solution. And if I were you, this is just me, I would think of, if I'm going to forge relationships with these brands, I think of strategic partnerships which can enhance what I'm doing, because I need revenue streams to come in. And especially from a media perspective, like P&G here in the United States, Procter & Gamble, Crest, right? Toothpaste, right? That's huge. Mouthwash, right? All of that stuff that goes into dental care. And you don't even have to get sophisticated and go into products like Invisalign and all of that other stuff. But you can start there at the basics and get them. Since you are a female entrepreneur, you can leverage that capability and that optimization to enhance possible revenue partners to come in and cut down on the amount of money that you have to borrow. Even though that sounds kind of weird coming from someone who makes money, but I always try to make sure that people don't have to give up their companies right in the beginning to get to the money. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And I thank you a lot for the advice.
Yeah, and I always tell people, concentrate on how to make money, and then that will drive your vision for going forward, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Ines. Then, unfortunately, we don't have so much time. We need to move forward. Last, but absolutely not the least, founder. I'm sorry. Miguel Pinheiro, founder of Green Sea, headquartered in Belém, Brazil. Such a beautiful place. Clean beauty, sustainability, pre-seed, 200K in USD. How's it going, Miguel? I'm very jealous of you.
Hi, Max. Hi, Dean. Thank you for having me. I'm quite good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. If you want to give an intro to yourself and move straight to pitch, and Dean will follow up. Thank you.
Fantastic. So my name is Miguel, and I'm natively from Portugal. Then a couple of years ago, I decided to go to Brazil for an interchange program, which was supposed to last for 6 months. Well, 10 years later, I'm still in Brazil. Thing is, I spent most of these 10 years in the Amazon rainforest, documenting the forest populations, documenting new cultures, and getting to know a universe that to me was really mysterious. So this was the first step of the business that I'm trying to present you now. So my name is Miguel. I'm the founder of Green Sea, and we are an impact startup that offers the world high-end, exclusive, and sustainable products from the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is the biggest tropical forest in the world, the biggest hotspot for biodiversity, and it is one of the most talked subjects in the world nowadays. The last decades, we are seeing people getting together to talk about the environment on Earth, and the Amazon is a key place for that to happen. Where most people talk about planting trees, I mean planting really a lot of trees and really a lot of trees, we don't see many people talking about the people. These are some of the people in the Amazon, some rural producers in the Amazon. And we spend a lot of time getting to know them. We gathered, documented their stories. We did some multimedia approaches, and we published all these stories all across the world. And we understood something. The people in the Amazon rainforest, in order to thrive, they need to get new businesses. And the business people all around the world, they need to take care of the environment and the planet. The planet needs both these ideas. Nowadays, 2/3 of the consumers, they demand for sustainable products. But the question is where to find them. So we create an online boutique, this place where you can get high-end, exclusive, and sustainable products from the Amazon rainforest. And we started with the green cosmetics, because the market of green cosmetics is now has very good prospects. This is our first cosmetic, a blend of 7 native oils from the Amazon rainforests. And with this cosmetic, 100% natural, 100% biodegradable, we are able to scale the production. Mainly because we have local supply, we have a local factory, and we have a sales platform. Let me tell you about our website. You can get informed about the Amazon rainforest, you can commercialize, you can trade these products, and you can do it in several currencies. You can do it using your card, and you can do it using cryptocurrency. This is a way to open up new markets to the world. This is our first step in order to activate our machine. It goes like this: the more sales we do, the more rent we generate for these rural communities, and consequently, we also take care of the ecosystem around them, since they provide the richness that they need. This is our impact pilot program that runs along with our business, and it doesn't stop here. Since we have a multimedia archives from the Amazon rainforest, we put these archives along with NFT technology, and we develop another way for people to directly participate in the economy of the Amazon rainforest. We are an early stage startup, but we already have some differentials that are quite nice. I think the most important of them is that we are based here in the Amazon rainforest. We know well the territory, the people, and its pains. This is our team. We gather experts in sustainability, research and development. I'm dealing with the creative and commercial side, and we also have our tech branch that deals with all the software and blockchain that we put together in our business. In 2023 was a year of great learning. We were awarded at a couple of acceleration programs, and we're able to develop our platform, fully developed, and we're also able to present our product at the Web Summit and launch it. Now we are looking for placing our product in the right shelves in new markets. And in the first quarter, we will be starting our commercialization in the United States via the Amazon platform via integration in a marketplace. The Web Summit was really good to us because it offered us the vision that the world really needed our product, really needed impact projects, and we could assure people that the money was going in the right way. So now we're looking for partnership to get us expand and open new markets for these exclusive products targeted for the luxury market and exclusively from the Amazon rainforest and 100% produced here. With this investment, we are able to place marketing, getting new leads, and putting our foot in new markets, which is something quite new for this territory that we are dealing with. So we are Green Sea. We believe in sustainable luxury. We believe that the Amazon is not a place for commodities. It's a place for exclusive products. So if you believe in the environment, and if you want to be part of the economy of the Amazon rainforest, please check our website and get back to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Miguel. Dean.
Oh, I love what you've done here. So let me ask you a question. You said that you guys built this in AWS cloud. So
no, we are.
So
we're not using AWS
platform. Sorry.
Our platform is built on Stripe, a means of payment that works in several countries around the world.
Okay. So how are you planning to bring your products to market?
Well, that's an excellent question. We have been going to national and international events to present our first product to buyers and to distributors. At the same time, we are presenting them to people that in business rounds that represent the clean beauty market. This is our first approach. We want to get right in our niche and recognize the product as a high-end sustainable product, understand why the people who distribute it and are interested in it. And at the moment, we are running conversations with the US, at the same time with Europe. In some Portuguese, it makes things easier. And also with China, where there's a big market to explore, second biggest market in terms of cosmetics. And people, they look for something that is quite new in the market for its ingredients and for its narrative, since it's sustainable and coming from the origin in the Amazon.
Are you using any influencers in the markets that you just talked about?
You just hit the key, because that's exactly what now we're trying to do with the means that we have. We're trying to get affiliates, influencers, but I'll tell you a little story. On our second conversation with a buyer from China, he looked at the product, he tried the product, and he said, well, the question is, how much do you have for marketing in China? Because if you're targeting a new market, it's a different culture. It's a different way of selling altogether. And so
Right.
in order to establish there and actually have success, it's not difficult to put a product in China or the US or Europe. What's difficult is for it to sell. So you need a big selling machine and a big marketing machine, and you have really nice contacts. So what we're looking now is that we have done all this. Now we want the smart money, mostly the smart bit of the money. People that understand what the product is and can connect us with the right players.
So do you see your ingredients as being a secondary market, since they're coming from the Amazon and they're all natural?
Well, it seems like you've been listening to our conversations, Dean. That's not nice, but it's exactly what we're doing as well. You see, through this impact program, we're going to be able to get the local communities to produce this oil and qualify them as producers and sellers. So we will help them as well to place these ingredients, which are in a way quite new to some industries, and it can go directly to generate impact in the local territory. Our aim is not only to build a great business, but to build great businesses around us. That's the only way we can really positively thrive in a territory like the Amazon rainforest. So it's ongoing, but don't tell anyone, please. But we are also working with ingredients from the Amazon.
And the reason I bring that up, because my wife and I sit on the board of a hemp company here in the US. And one of their byproducts is actually taking the actual hemp and providing nutrients back to the soil, right? Because it's a good cover plant, and it gets you away from the pesticide environment, right? From all the companies that produce these pesticides and destroy the actual soil. So that's why I was asking, because that's a natural fit for what you've created there.
Sure. You're most welcome to bring it on to me at the second conversation. We can discuss it thoroughly.
So we'll have a bigger conversation, my friend.
That's all we want.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you so much, Miguel. Dean, Miguel, stay, because we bring all the other founders right now back to the screen. And as we always close, starting with you, Miguel, in 20 seconds, deliver your best elevator pitch ever. Why invest in your startup, yourself, your team?
Because it's a wise move to invest in us. If you really care about the environment, if you really like to take good care of yourself, you have now the opportunity of doing both of them at the same time with us. You can get your hands to exclusive, high quality, high-end products and at the same time, to cause an impact in the Amazon rainforest and with the people that live there. So if you want a one-of-a-kind experience, come to Greensea.
Thank you, Miguel. Konstantinos.
So if you would like to be part of defining the retail of banking, if you want to make impact, and if you want to empower the finance of young people, feel free to send me an email in konstantinos@blinkup.fun or find me on LinkedIn on Konstantinos Kousouris, as you see it in this side.
Thank you so much, Konstantinos. Ines.
So we create a new concept of the education in a highly professionalized social network where monetization, networking, and shared know-how take places. I also, as founder and CEO, bring value to the project with my knowledge and networking. And finally, we have a lot of potential in our potential to scale and our target market.
Thank you, Ines. Helena.
Thank you.
So being hybrid healthy for us means working effectively with your colleagues or productively at home. We've proven to help teams increase collaboration, creativity, and productivity, and we are truly passionate about addressing social well-being and inclusion in a modern workplace. We would like to help even more teams globally become hybrid healthy too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Helena. Thank you. Dean, before we close, do you have any more feedback for our founders?
Just keep on moving in the right direction, looking for revenue opportunities, looking for strategic partners, and above all things, don't lose hope.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you all.
Dean. Thank you all of you guys for coming and spending these beautiful hours with us today. Thank you to everyone watching. You can, for any investors watching today, you can get in touch directly with the founders. We don't charge any form of success fee. So we gave already all the details. You can see the record of this pitch event on our YouTube channel. You can come to us. We are more than happy to welcome you, to introduce you to a founder, so you can go straight to them because you have all the details. Again, thank you to all of you guys. We go live again on Thursday for the last time in 2023, and after we pause for a couple of weeks. Thank you. Take care.
And you have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.